is brought to you by Hamilton Walkers.
The first big release to hit the movie theaters in 5 months and a based-on-fact thriller you can stream are available this weekend. Here to review Unhinged and Centigrade are film critics Pam Powell and Chuck KOPLINSKI. Hey, Chuck, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Let's talk Unhinged because this is exciting. One of the first movies back in theaters.
Yes, exactly. The AMC 12 is going to be opening up this Thursday night, and then a full slate of movies on Friday. As far as major releases are concerned, Unhinged is the first one. Russell Crowe is back, and he is a guy known as the Man. That's all he is listed at in the credits, and I guess it's supposed to be so that we can relate to him. He's like us. He's feeling frustrated and upset about just the state of the world right now. He's on edge. Everything's unfair. Nothing's going right. And he's not a guy you want to mess with, because there you see Karen Pretorius, young Australian actress. She had the misfortune of, she's behind Russell, and in a hurry, he wouldn't go at the stoplight. She toots the horn, and, he takes great offense at that. Right here in this scene, he's asking for an apology, and she's just not in the mood, because not only is she running late, but she just lost her job. She's having a hard time of it too. And her snapping back at him is the biggest mistake she will ever make in his life, because he goes on a rampage in order to track her down and kill her family and anyone else that she loves. I'm going to have a hard time putting into words how much I hated this film. Absolutely, positively hated this movie. It is vile, it is reprehensible, and it is not the movie that we need right now, with tensions running so high within our society for a variety of reasons. This is irresponsible filmmaking and is not entertaining in any way, shape, or form. Hey, you want to see people set on fire? Go see Unhinged. Hey, you want to see a preteen have a cord wrapped around his neck and almost strangled? Go see Unhinged. This is a vile, vile film, and it is not worth being shown on screens, let alone going out and perhaps getting sick seeing it.
Well, that is disappointing and a little shocking that they would have that one first released here now that people can actually get out to the theaters.
It's exploitive, and they want money, and that's why they released it.
Pam, did you see it?
I did, and I didn't hate it as much as Chuck did, believe it or not, but it was gratuitously violent. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, though. This becomes just a slasher movie, and I think timing, like Chuck was saying, is everything. I think if a movie like Joker, and Chuck and I have discussed this, if that would have been released at this time, it would have been disturbing as well. Another gratuitously violent film with a better story, but this one is just over the top. This is not a movie that I enjoyed either. However, I did take something away from it that Chuck did not. My New Year's resolution was to not honk my horn like I generally do when I'm driving aggressively at the beginning of the year, and I've done really well with that. And I think it just kind of brings home the fact that everyone is having a bad day sometimes. Cut people a little slack. It's okay. So I took away from it something a little different than Chuck did. Not my kind of movie, though.
Okay, well, maybe Centigrade is more up your alley, and this is actually based on a true story?
It is based on a true story. And, we talked about films that take place in a confined space, and this definitely fits that. This is about a married couple traveling in Norway for the wife's book signing. And on their way to the book signing, they pull off the side of the road because there's an ice storm. Well, the ice storm becomes a blizzard, and before you know it, they are trapped there all night and longer. And now the two must survive with limited resources and overcome all the baggage, literally and figuratively, that they brought with them. And this is going to be a perfect film to watch this week because the temperatures are going to be in the 90s. So you're not even going to need to put the AC on. When you watch this, you are going to be chilled to the bone. And then knowing that this is a true story or based on a true story makes it even more chilling. The first scene is really claustrophobic as the couple awakens to their situation. And then immediately Naomi, who really isn't very likable, at least in the beginning. She's played by Genesis Rodriguez, and her hubby Matt, who's played by Vincent Piazza. They have really different thoughts as to how they're going to survive. They need to ration water. They have to take a look and see what food is crammed into the cubbies of the van or the car that they have, and then fight the plummeting temperatures that they have to deal with. And then you have to throw into the equation the fact that Naomi is pregnant. now you have another element to contend with. And the relationship difficulty, I mean, come on, imagine, I don't care how much you love your significant other, imagine being trapped in a car, confined space, for an unknown period of time.
And freezing and hungry. Those aren't good combinations.
And pregnant. I was a little crabby when I was pregnant.
You're kidding.
I know, it's shocking, isn't it, Chuck?
Oh, Chuck, did you enjoy it? I know we're about out of time.
I did. It had me on the edge of my seat. The acting is very good. I mean, when you see when it's just two people and these two actors are carrying the entire film on their shoulders, that's quite something. And they don't break believability at all. I believe them. I was into the movie. It's a little long, but definitely worth checking out.
Okay, something else people need to check out is your Facebook page, because I hear we're giving something away.
We are giving away a copy of The Burnt Orange Heresy, and that's coming out in theaters, I believe, this coming week. So you can get a VOD or a copy of this film to watch in the privacy of your own home. If you're not yet comfortable going to the theater, just go to our Facebook page, Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, and you'll find out how to enter.
All right. Well, we always appreciate your guys' time and sharing your movie reviews with us, as well as fun giveaways. And there's a look at the Real Talk with Chuck and Pam Facebook page where you can enter that giveaway, and check out their website for all of their movie reviews when you're trying to find something good to watch. Guys, thanks so much. We'll visit with you again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Heather.
Bye. We'll connect everybody at CILiving.tv.